A heart full of sunshine, the early years. Man, I loved being a kid. Everything was an adventure. I was that little dude, always smiling, always trying to make someone laugh. Sharing was my jam, toys, snacks, you name it. Didn't matter if it was my best buddy Paul or some random kid at the park. Kindness mattered. Mom always said it cost nothing to be nice. Yeah, those were good times. Life was simple. Play all day, eat some PB&J, watch cartoons, repeat. Of course, it wasn't all perfect. There was this one bully, Freddie. He was bigger than me and loved to pick on smaller kids. I remember one time he took this little kid's lunch money. I was scared, but something inside me snapped. I knew what he was doing was wrong. I thought about Mom and how she was always brave. So I stepped up, didn't even think twice. Told Freddie to leave the kid alone. Freddie laughed, but I stood my ground. Something about that day changed me. It wasn't about fighting. It was about doing what was right, even when it was hard. Tough lessons learned finding my voice. The thing about growing up is you start to realize the world isn't all sunshine and rainbows. People can be mean. Life can be tough. But that day with Freddie taught me a valuable lesson. Kindness is important, but so is standing up for yourself and others. Middle school was a whole other jungle. More people, more drama. I found my crew, though. We were a motley bunch. Athletes, brains, class clowns. We had each other's backs no matter what. Those friendships, man, they were everything. There were girls, too. Suddenly, they weren't just annoying creatures with cooties. They were confusing and fascinating. I had my share of awkward moments, trust me. But I learned, stumbled, and somehow survived. Through it all, I held on to that lesson from Freddie. Be kind, be brave, be true to yourself. It was like a mantra, guiding me through those confusing teenage years. Growing up, branching out, the high school years. High school was a whirlwind. Classes got harder, responsibilities piled up, and the pressure was on to figure out, well, everything. College applications, career paths, the future loomed large. It was a lot. But I had my friends, my family, and a growing sense of who I was and what I wanted out of life. I wasn't that naive little kid anymore. Life had knocked me down a few times, taught me some hard lessons. I learned that sometimes good people get hurt, bad things happen, and the world doesn't always play fair. But I also learned about resilience, about picking yourself up and dusting yourself off. I learned that true strength comes from within, from staying true to your values even when it's hard. And I learned the importance of time, how precious it is, and how important it is to use it wisely. A man in the making, college and beyond. College was a blur of late nights studying, weekend adventures, and figuring out who I was in this big, wide world. I met all sorts of people from different backgrounds, each with their own story to tell. It broadened my perspective, challenged my beliefs, and helped me grow in ways I never thought possible. Through it all, there was this one constant, this incredible woman who had become my best friend, my confidant, my rock. She was everything I ever wanted and more. We'd been together since high school, and I knew she was the one. So, on a warm spring evening, with the stars shining above us, I got down on one knee and asked her to spend the rest of her life with me.